The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is now time to bring the redemption bracket to the center stage, and we will be crowning a brand new champion. It is 5 versus 11, 6 versus LunarChimera. Welcome, puzzlers. This is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle Speedrun Tournament 2022. We are bringing you the final matchup of the consolation bracket, the redemption bracket, live. And to bring you this match is our defending main tournament champion, FFR Pro 21.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? It is time for the final two players in the redemption bracket to battle out in the sacred realm of their own little tournament. So it is it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the bracket has definitely been a party all the way through, and the party is going to end on S hard, where these two have yet to play in tournament action before. So we will see how they will react to the increased stakes at the highest level possible within the one-player stadium. We will see that unfold in just a little bit. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how it all works, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game first released for the Nintendo 64 on September 25, 2000 in North America and March 2, 2001 in Europe. It was re-released on the Nintendo Wii Virtual Console in both regions in May 2008. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V hard and S hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. We are bringing out the low-key vibe music for this final matchup of the redemption bracket. This is a consolation bracket, so all the players that failed to make the final 8 of the main bracket were given the opportunity to play in a secondary tournament for a second chance at redemption, at bragging rights, at a Discord role in our community Discord server, as well as a little piece of our prize pool. We have been playing these matches alongside the main bracket. All the prior matches to this point have been pre-recorded, but we are doing this match live, and it will be played on the S hard difficulty. We only had V Hard for the finals in last year's redemption bracket, but this year the competitors decided to bump it up a notch, so we went V Hard semifinals and S Hard for the final. And as you can see on screen, the Discord title of PPL 2022 Redemption Champion will belong to the winner of this match, and only the winner will get a piece of our prize pool, which is set now at $352.06. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to that pool. If you want to make it a bit more worth it for these players to go through all that they have to get to this point, you only have a limited amount of time to do so. Once we conclude the tournament tomorrow at this time, then the prize pool will be finalized, and as you can see, there are definitely some big payouts to the finalists that are going to be coming up tomorrow. But for now, 3%, it is, as our very own Tayman put in the live chat, battle for the Baconator, because that's about what you can get with your redemption winnings. And honestly, for this amount of salt that our players are going through FFR, that might just be worth it by itself to treat yourself to a little burger meal afterwards. How does that sound?
Yeah, burgers are pretty good. Last night I went out to a local restaurant and had myself a banquet burger, which also has bacon in it, but it's got cheese and the rest of the works. So yeah, burger and fries, can't go wrong with that.
Indeed. So let's take a look now at what our players did to get to this point. For their pool play performance, both Six and LunarChimera received buys from the opening round of the tournament, but we have a 3-1 and a 3-2 finish from Six in Hard and V Hard to get to this final, whereas Lunar has had 2 3-2 struggles in Hard and V Hard to get here. So on paper, it all signs point to Six being the one to take this final match, especially considering that Six tends to average in the high 20s to mid 30s in terms of race time, whereas from the history we've been able to dig up on LunarChimera, he has yet to finish an S-Hard race under 30 minutes, and most of them have been in the 40s, to be quite honest. So I'm a little worried of how this one is going to go. So as we take a look at how these players are looking going into this match, you can see the discrepancy right there. FFR 19-minute PB for Six in qualifying compared to 26 for Lunar. I believe he managed to pull off a 28 in qualifying. So all signs do indeed point to Six winning this match somewhat comfortably. No?
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. I think Cards and I mentioned kind of before we started that basically where LunarChimera is now with PPL, at least with S-Hard, is where Six was a year ago. So kind of shows you just how much improvement Six has made over the last year with this game. So I would think if Six is playing well, then this could be a relative walk in the park for him.
It could very well be, and there is a picture that I want to try and bring on screen to illuminate just just what Lunar is having to deal with at this very moment. I just don't know how quickly I can bring it up on screen. Although maybe I can do it like this. So let me see if I can bring it up here. Make sure to cut this part out of the YouTube video as well. You can see here, it took Lunar 13 minutes to finish an Erica stage in his warm-ups.
Oh.
So if Lunar is playing that kind of way, then I'm hopeful Lunar can find a way to bounce back from that. But that's going to be a tough one to swallow for a bit. Just trying to play it out for that long and getting to 13 minutes like that. Man, long stages like that, those definitely eat at you for a while.
Yeah, and the crazy part about that is that's longer than the current S-Hard world record that goes through all 16 stages in less time than that. So, yeah, let's hope that we don't get long stages like that, please. We're gonna be here for a while.
Let's hope not. Now, before we go on to this match, I want to take a look at the live chat, see what their prediction is going to be for who will win this match. Funny enough, we have a fairly split amount of points going to each player, but we have 4 people putting votes in for Lunar compared to 1 for 6, so interesting. The history seems to suggest 6, but we have more people putting some money where their mouth is towards LunarChimera winning. So we'll see whose prediction is going to reign supreme. FFR, how many games do you think this is going to take, by the way? Because I'm having a hard time envisioning more than 4.
Yeah, I think if 6 is playing well, it's going to be at most 4 games. Possibly even a sweep for 6.
We'll see how that turns out. So let's go ahead and get right into this matchup so we don't keep our players waiting any longer. It is 5 seed, 6, 11 seed LunarChimera. The party is about to end in the redemption bracket in S-Hard, and that match is going to start right now. Both players, by the way, have agreed to turn on the in-game music for this match, so we have maximum entertainment value for this one. That's a fun thing we've seen from this tournament specifically. FFR, we've seen people make gentlemen's agreements on whether to turn on the music or not, even though turning it off saves frames for each stage loading. We gotta save the frames in Speedrun, but people still have some standards, and that's refreshing to see.
Yeah, a lot of people in the community they like their jams. They wanna jam out to the awesome soundtrack while they play. So why not?
And it does save about a half second every stage to turn off the in-game music. It still feels a bit eerie at times to play without music. The 2B and Master MIDIs are kind of nostalgic for quite a few people. In any case, it appears that Lunar's feed is about 2 seconds behind 6's, so let's get this game 1 underway. And we can see the worst of what S-Hard has to offer here. We see 6 here trying to lead his chains with 2 4 combos. That one's not quite falling together, but now you can see how these opponents will chain, and Lunar has actually put together a much better attack for this one, and
Ooh, there we go.
going the wrong way is Lunar's Gary.
Okay,
Not dealing with this at all, but Lunar does not have any more lines. But no more matches
lucky.
readily available for Gary, and it will be LunarChimera advancing out of the first stage. And it looks like, wait, 3 lines no answer, or we're gonna get to 2 lines no answer from
Yep.
Gary
Yeah,
here, and that 6 will take that just fine.
Okay, so I mean, both players actually had pretty good Gary 1s. So it's a pretty good start to kind of get off that first stage.
Oh yeah, we've definitely seen in the main bracket Gary 1s take multiple attempts and take multiple minutes on those attempts, so I'm sure both these players are relieved to just get through that stage in a reasonable amount of time. And oh, Brock just barely gets to Lunar's attack. Has 6 dropped this attack at the right time, though? Oh, he hasn't made it big enough.
No.
So 6 has to keep it going. And only an X8 chain. Nope, the yellows are going to be right there. And I think Brock's going to have too many panels for 6 to deal with, although Lunar
Lunar's
looks
Brock
to
is
have
out.
sent enough to Brock. And Lunar is continuing to move. It's been very interesting because we have seen the race history that we've been able to get from these players, however limited it has been. We've seen Lunar finish mostly in the high 30s, if not the low 40s, in these S-Hard races, whereas 6 has tended to finish in the low to mid 30s. So it's mildly surprising that Lunar has been able to get off to this fast a start. And it's not like 6 is off to a terrible start or anything. 2 tries on Brock in 22 seconds. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, sub 3 through 2 is honestly still pretty good. You know, still on pace for 24 minutes, a little less than that. You know, we've seen, around that time has definitely won a good chunk of S-Hard races.
And this is the kind of match I'm getting the feeling where any time under 30 minutes will be a near lock to win a race. Unfortunately, Misty does not get to that garbage clear in time and does not waste any more of 6's time. So that will be 6 moving out of Misty first. But this is going to be the struggle overall dealing with S-Hard. It's just a matter of who is going to get out of which stage first. Just never
Misty on Lunar side's going for a big chain.
Oh, that is
That's a
fairly
big
low.
chain.
And this is why you lead with 4 combos, because this time probably wouldn't be wasted if there were 2 4 combos at the front of that attack. 6 looks to be fine on Surge here. A few more seconds and Surge is gonna be able to get out, but as it stands now, 6 is maintaining a 1-stage lead.
Yeah, and pacing at just over a minute per stage, real time, which is really good. Oh, looks like Lunar had card conflicts. Might still be able to save this.
Oh
yeah.
Surge went the wrong way.
Works.
Just send a combo and you'll get a chance. Oh, 6 is gonna get bombed out here.
Oh.
So that garbage block fell all the way to the bottom, and it's not going to be effective in manipulating these opponents at all. Oh, maybe Erica could swap against it? Not like that.
No. Yeah, if this was Pound Pond for the GameCube, Game Bond actually would result in a kill. that AI doesn't know what to do in that situation. Oh, and
Indeed.
that garbage block's getting cleared.
Yeah, once that's cleared, like, I don't know how you resolve this stage from here. Well, Lunar will definitely be able to resolve Erica from here. Oh, 6 might still get lucky. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
That built up
Okay.
just in time. A big swing in that stage, though. LunarChimera gets some revenge on Erica and will be taking the lead right back. I expect to see quite a number of lead changes before this race is done, and if this is how this entire match is going to go, we might have to temper our expectations just a little bit. Oh, that is a very low left for
That's a
Lunar's
low
Koga.
And
Oh, yes.
Super low left.
That is
No.
well done, and that is a low right for
Wow.
6's Koga. Okay, we are getting some cooperative opponents right now. And these players are taking advantage of it. These two came to play today. Let's go.
Yeah, man, they really want that baconator meal.
Indeed, it is 3% of the prize pool that our players are fighting for, which again, that pool is now at $352, 12 cents out of our goal of $600. We hope that anyone else watching
Oh,
can
that's a
spare
low
some
left.
change.
Rita. There
Oh,
it
there it
is.
Okay. Okay. And we're gonna talk about low left and low right throughout this match. It's part of our double 4 combo strategy with these stages, and the reason this works when the CPU doesn't flatten out the garbage like Sabrina just did to Lunar is that when you lead your chains with a combo, when you make four in a row, 5 at a time, 6 at a time, at the same time. Oh, six was building that chain just a little bit more. Oh, wait. Blaine may not have a good answer here.
No greens. Okay, gets the greens.
And Blaine
No,
does
out of
run
time.
out of time as Sabrina runs out of panels to deal with Lunar's attack. So this is 8-minute first half for 6. What?
Wow.
Okay. Okay, that is fast. That is definitely fast. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely Schmoovin USA pace right now. This is definitely the first half you were definitely wanting.
Oh, I don't think Tracy went far enough on that one. I'm not sure what else 6 had to work with there. Like, as when you get to that garbage clear, I probably would reset on that. Oh, I think we maybe no. Blaine is gonna get to that in time, and Tracy is going to run out of time. That is really interesting because the engine of this game compared to Tetris Attack just enables players and foes to have a lot more survivability. Like for starters, this mode plays at speed level 4 out of 10 compared to Tetris Attack's hardest difficulty 6 out of 10. Oh hey, a low left side. Once again, yeah, 6 is definitely schmoovin', and to Lunar's effort, it's the patent pending 2-stage lead right now. This is very reachable depending on how the second half behaves, and second half has a history of misbehaving in this tournament. So who knows what will happen from here. But we can see just how methodical 6 plays. And a real student of the game he is about just about everyone else in the community.
Okay, 6 go extended. He had some pretty good pillars on Giovanni. May have considered challenging that.
Alright, a low left side for Lunar. Just as long as you send 1-4 combo, you have a chance And as long as Giovanni makes a 6 combo, a 9 combo like that, you have a chance.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
Oh
So, yeah,
my goodness.
Six is going to the puzzle lead at under 11 minutes. He is just keeping the pedal down. And, I mean,
Oh,
Lunar's
my.
doing really well. Like, this is... Like, for Lunar, this is well and truly on PB pace. But it's just... Six is on fire right now.
I mean, not to put the ultimate kiss of death on our players, but if you're going to say Lunar is on PB pace, then we have to acknowledge that maybe 6 is on PB pace as well. Look at this. This looks to be... Oh, that was almost a low left side, but as 6 at the follow-up, not in time. Ah, 2 more lines would have done it. Okay, Richie could definitely find a way to ruin this, though.
Yeah, Richie does not have second
Oh no,
T.
6 needed 2 more lines. Oh boy.
Yeah, may not have mattered. Richie had the horizontal.
Oh, 6 is really low on panels right now. Definitely having to deal with a lot of Richie's garbage right now.
Oh,
Has Lunar sent it up?
Nothing.
Yes, he has!
Extra 4 combo comes in! Oh boy.
Has 6 finally built enough? No!
Oh, still
Here
too
comes
short.
LunarChimera! Oh no, 6 has been flailing about for the past 30 seconds, trying to get lines to top off Richie, and it has not worked so far. This has been a very ambitious attempt to keep this stage afloat. Now he'll decide to reset after a minute and a half. Oh, that was very exploratory, and that probably wasted a lot more time than he cared to admit.
Oh, that funny behavior from Giovanni there. Can't decide what yellow block to put it under. Yeah.
Okay, 6 has started his chain after 10 seconds. Alright, probably best to keep this one up a little bit, but there's not much there.
Yeah,
And Richie runs out of time! That is so rare at this level. What in the world?
I was gonna say, Richie was just kind of chilling at the top of the stack. But, yeah, I guess he just could develop a change and have all the stop time in the world. Okay, so...
6's lead is back to 2 stages. And with 4 stages to play, this is still anyone's race! This is absurd. Oh, 6 did not have a lot of flexibility there, and this is a very cooperative Lorelei! Has he set the follow-up? Oh, wait!
No, the yellows were right there! Wait, hold on, this could still work.
Is still gonna pan out?
This still works.
Alright, Lorelei's not living that one down.
Oh.
Woo!
Okay,
Oh boy.
okay.
Very fortunate for 6. 6 barely sending enough to top off Lorelei at the end, and my goodness, this is man, yeah. I think we've already said too much about the pace of both of our players right now. Okay, 6 has found the second 4 combo, building this down. Okay,
Good station. Oh,
X7 was-
find another one, though.
yeah. 6 had built himself into the side a little bit. Could not have the flexibility to keep the chain going. Bruno could definitely ruin this. Nah, the blues and the other things.
Too many options for Bruno, though.
This is probably gonna take too long to resolve. Lunar has his double 4s down, but
No.
Giovanni still has too much.
6 is waiting.
Oh,
this
wait a
out
minute!
Here.
Wait a minute! What did Bruno decide on there?
No, he flat neck.
Are you kidding me?
I was expecting Bruno to flat
Purple. This is so close to. This has been so close for 6 to advancing. It seemed like there were at least 3 different situations where Bruno could have exhausted his resources, but at that point, no, that stack is way too high, and that's just the long and short of it. Some of these stages are just gonna take too long if you let them play out. So, in recent years, we have decided to reset the bad luck away and try to roll for better luck as a result. Oh, 6 needs another 4 combo, so we're in the chain's gonna get it at the 5. Oh, wait, maybe? No.
Oh.
Although 6 made the lines in time! and 6 will be advancing to the final 2 stages. This is a 4-stage lead now for our 5 seed. LunarChimera has hit a little bit of a wall with this Giovanni, but Giovanni is definitely finding ways to exhaust his resources quickly. Not enough of them, though.
Okay, so 6.
Okay. We can see the discipline that 6 is employing now. Keeping the chains alive as much as he can. He does not boast the fastest cursor speed in the world, but it might be enough for this Gary?
No.
Gary had just enough. Alright, Giovanni has ran out of panels. And Gary has not. So that is probably an instance I would reset on, but the reset decisions are so hard to make in this run because we don't know enough about what these opponents are going to do at any given point. We're often leaving ourselves guessing.
Yeah, we should try and look into the workings of the game, since I think the latest version of BizHawk can now boot this game. We still don't know. Oh, some delicious... Okay, no, okay. I was gonna say, there was some delicious pillars on for Richie there, but just found a way to downstack them correctly.
Gary uses that to get the clear. 6, Lunar's Richie is going to get to that. Gary is losing a lot of panels here, so there's an argument to be made to keeping this going. Especially with all the purples in the color conflict, but now more colors are able to be lined up, and now there doesn't seem to be an end in sight.
Yeah. Maybe Gary can clear all the yellows? No.
The greens group together, kind of helping a bit. Okay, Lunar's decided to reset the Richie. Like, Gary just doesn't have very much here. And yet he still is able to get at least one match together the entire time. However, nope, the reds are right there. Oh, this is so hard of a decision to make.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Gary now has second and third tier matches. I'm gonna need second tier. So, well, he actually went to second tier. Now he's got too many blocks. Oh, he's he's wasted some of them.
Hold on.
Wasted even more.
Hold on. The patience has been rewarded on an S-Hard stage. Are you kidding me? S-Hard Gary, nonetheless. Garys don't usually cooperate like this. Well, we're gonna see 6 take his first shot at Mewtwo, and if either Mewtwo is free or we're gonna be seeing Mewtwo multiple times. That's just how he's broken down in this tournament. Oh, Mewtwo looks like he might be cooperating. He needs us to drop. Ah!
Yeah, it's a little late.
The decision was made a little bit late. And now Mewtwo will try to go off. 6 needs to be careful here. Mewtwo can definitely send enough to survive.
Oh. Oh, the reds.
Oh, these options are very limited for Mewtwo now.
I'm going to win.
Yeah.
And if you think resetting the bad luck away will help on this stage, resetting this stage is... Resetting is counted as a loss, and a loss takes you back to the previous stage. So you would have to go back to Gary if you were to quit on the Mewtwo stage.
Oh.
And 6 just runs out of time.
Yeah, he miss-swapped on trying to make a 4 combo. So this lead for 6 is quickly down to 2 stages.
Amazing how quickly things can turn in this level. Now that might be a blessing in disguise for our 5 seed, because that stage was not likely to go anywhere anyway. Gary, you gonna do more? No.
No.
Maybe Gary. Wait, no, that's not gonna work. Although from here, there's a yellow out. And
Oh, he goes for yellow
goes to
instead.
yellow. Like now what? 6 has already shown a tendency to play this out. Oh, 6 doesn't have Gary topped off at the moment, though.
Ooh, the 6
So
chain coming in will help.
Gary's going to get a little extra time to survive. Gary at this point seems to be doing the bare minimum to survive, and yeah, we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
Oh, has Lunar said to follow-up attack? No, he hasn't. Oh,
No.
so close.
Yeah, Lunar from like Geo to this point has actually kind of struggled. Like he just hasn't been able to take advantage of 6's unfortunate sort of end game here.
No, even going for a combo to clear the garbage, Gary's just so fast that he has plenty of time to do whatever he wants. And as quickly as Gary was dealing with his attack, 6 decided he didn't have time for that either. So we are in full-blown Reset City, population 2 at the moment, courtesy of LunarChimera and 6. And after a while, this is where a large majority of S-Hard runs go. Is this enough, though?
It's kind of promising.
The horizontal match. Wait. Nope, the red's gonna get there. Oh, so close.
Yeah, that one looked promising. I definitely would have challenged that one as well.
Oh, there was a second tier option. Wait, did that help though? No, the blues are gonna get there. And then what? Now what does Gary have? Nothing.
That's nothing.
This needs to drop.
Drop it, 6.
There's one color left, and Gary will not be able to match it on the garbage, so 6 now gets another shot at Mewtwo. Once again, his patience being rewarded. Oh no, Lunar needs another 2 lines. Doesn't have the panels for it.
Yeah.
Ah, missed it by that much.
Alright, here
6
we go.
got for this one. I'm gonna decide to drop that in to extend that chain. Okay, this is building to the middle of the board. I love it. Like this is about trying to catch these opponents in a bit of a situation. Like that's a pillar.
I mean, those are about as good as pillars you can get on Mewtwo, but yeah, Mewtwo is he's just too fast. You just cannot go for pillars. Okay, so let's see, Mewtwo.
I have green.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
now Mewtwo can go off. And at this point, all bets are off as to how long the stage is gonna go.
Yeah. So far, Lorelei's keeping Lunar at bay. So 6 has got a little bit of time. At least for now.
Okay. YouTube doing an admirable job of avoiding all the color conflicts with those purples that he had in the middle of his stack. Just able to build this chain, and now survival is going to be the name of the game. Who will crack first?
Oh, Mewtwo.
Oh, Mewtwo's not going to quite run out of time. 6 has to move!
Oh, Lunar. Okay. Lunar is finally out of Lorelei.
Oh my. This is not over yet. Ah, Mewtwo gets to the second tier. And now all the options are open.
In fact, Mewtwo's... Okay, well, Mewtwo doesn't need second tier there. Gonna waste some. Okay,
Now you see why S-Hard is just so hard to beat. It's at this point where Mewtwo often gets to be so good at counterpunching. You practically have to make sure that each attack you make is led with 2-4 combos, because there are small opportunities to set up the double 4 combo situations, which 6 does have at the back end of this stack.
Yeah.
So there's a small line at this tunnel, except Mewtwo.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Okay, cleared second tier. It's got...
Oh,
No, he leveled it!
garbage
off.
is leveled off.
Oh.
Not effective when it's all at the same level. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the purples will match there. Wow.
Bruno? No, Bruno's gonna continue on Lunar's side.
Lunar deciding to play this one out. I mean, Bruno is wasting a few resources, but not near enough of them, although...
Oh, he's got second tier.
Got the second tier option. And that will be a reset. And it's stages like this that tend to happen at the ends of Lunar's runs as to why he is yet to finish a race under 30 minutes. Not at least no race on racetime.gg anyway.
Yeah, he started so well. He's through the first half in less than 10 minutes.
Yes, both of these players were through the first half in less than 10 minutes. And look at Mewtwo, the X16 chain, but that might have been his undoing. And 6 will be finishing game 1 with a time of 28 minutes 49 seconds.
My Pokemon rule.
Well.
Oh, boy.
Well, what a tale of two halves that was.
Yeah, 6 just had sort of so much trouble with mostly Mewtwo, but but for Lunar, just Giovanni to Bruno just really prevented him from giving him a chance to steal.
And as it stands now, it is 6 capturing the first Pokeball. Oh my. Oh my. Could this be a sign of things to come for this match? Oh, that said a lot about what our two competitors are made of. Although Lunar does have the aptitude to bounce back, has pulled off a 26-minute S-Hard before, so Lunar plays up to the top of his level, and 6 plays like that again, then this match can be be truly competitive. And it did seem like Lunar was lacking a little bit on the combos in the second half, and some stages were definitely committed to with only a single 4 combo at the front end of the initial attacks. And it might need to take a little extra time to commit to double 4s, because it's become practically required to do this category with any consistency.
Right, and a lot of times, there were a lot of cases on Lunar's side where he was short on garbage, where if he had said enough, he would have actually gotten out of the stage.
It's funny as we start game 2 here. We've seen Lunar tend to have quite a bit of success in the earlier levels where you don't have to send as much garbage to win, but so has 6. 6 has also enjoyed quite a bit of fast times with the lower difficulties, especially in Tetra's attack, if I recall. Right, so we kind of have a match of similar styles here, and we've also seen I kind of have noticed this from Lunar, where the times when more garbage needs to be sent is the times he tends to fall the shortest, but right now his Gary runs out of time first, so the early edge will be going to the 11 seed. And Gary just continues to find ways to make all of the matches.
Yeah, and it was last game that Lunar did get a slightly better Gary 1 than 6. Ooh, try to go for the swap. A little too early on that. And Gary's doing
Gary
what?
definitely.
Where were you going? Okay.
Definitely wasted a bit there. And Brock levels off Lunar's garbage, so 6 is arguably in a better position right now. Lunar is left to build off of Brock's garbage, and that is really slow, allowing Brock to easily come back and gain a good position, and that's gonna prompt Lunar to reset. 6 trying to judge how far this chain's going to go. Oh, the horizontal yellows are going to ruin that valiant attempt, but that will. I say that will usually prompt a reset from our top players, but 6 has shown a tendency to play it out, and you know what? That one worked.
Well, even I would let that play out at least until they clear the big garbage block. Then I'd reset. This looks good for Lunar. That's a lot left.
There we go. There we go. That's what happens when you send the 2-4 combos. That's why they end up being so pivotal in this level. 6's attack dropped early. That is not going to be enough of a distraction.
Yeah, he started up a second chain to try to let Misty clear the initial attack, but Miss swaps on that one too, so he's gonna try again. This is a really low left.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That is why we lead with the combos. And LunarChimera takes that lead right back. Just gotta maintain that discipline for the later stages, and you just never know. Oh, these pillars. Those are very high pillars. Very high and deep pillars for 6. Oh, wonderful. Well done.
Ooh. Well, I don't think Lunar saw that that was going to be a 7 combo.
Oh, low right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
Oh, one more!
That will do.
Okay, that works. Okay. So, Lunar, once again, got a really good start so far.
Oh, low
More enough
right.
right?
Was that going to be enough of a distraction? Yes, it will be.
Oh, boy.
Okay, we're both players getting off to fast starts yet again. And yeah, the first half has generally not been... The first half has not been the issue for these competitors in this matchup so far. It's the second half that has proven problematic. And there's a stage where Lunar did not send a second 4 combo. In that instance, it did not matter. But that can prove to be very punishing later on, so keep an eye on that.
Like, look at that satisfying kill. Just like 10 rows are occupied by one garbage block. Oh, you just love it.
Sometimes that is what you need to do. It could be an X10 chain, could be an X15 chain. Maybe you take it all the way out to X20 if you can to make the timing look good. It's absurd some of the things you have to do for this run. Oh, is Koga gonna run out of time here? No, not that way. No.
Down stack. No.
And if Koga had lost any stack health from his stack being at the top of the screen for an extended time, it was definitely reset as soon as the new garbage blocks entered. That's a recent confirmation in the community, and it's I want to say it's informed us a little bit about how we approach these stages, but I don't know. There's got to be a point where you gotta top off these foes anyway, and 6 not quite accomplishing that on Erica. And at that high stack, Lunar decides that Koga is no longer worth it. Okay. Okay, Erica is lag chaining, which is fun, and 6 ran out of panels.
Yeah.
Well,
Gonna try that again. It's at least a little bit more.
Oh, these chains from Lunar! Look out! That built up very quickly, and that might prove to be enough to cover up Koga. It definitely will.
Clear the purples. Okay. All right. So this pace for Lunar is actually still pretty good. Let's do 6 stages in 7 minutes. Oh, Erica.
Oh.
Trying to clear the garbage, just still can't. Okay, that wasted a lot. Wow.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. Sabrina, do it.
Sabrina's doing a thing. No.
Oh, you can't.
I wonder if Lunar noticed and tried to keep the chain going.
Oh man, that like when these foes are not topped off, and they have just a single. They have a garbage block like that. They will find themselves raising from time to time, and there have been some rather hilarious looking kills on these S-hard foes with just a single garbage block.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Sabrina, that match was no longer available for you when you went for that. Alright, have fun with that.
Erica's got some pillars here. Still down stacking.
Yeah.
There we go.
Went to the leftmost direction for that match, and Erica was not going to have time for it. Later foes most certainly will have the speed to get to that, but that will be just fine. Ah, okay. That chain will ruin Lunar's chances for a quick Blaine kill. Now Blaine has a lot more panels to work with. Six definitely looking to extend this chain so that Koga will restart doing something. I don't think that'll be enough. Not on the right side. Oh wait, Blaine's down stacking awkwardly, and that will be another sub 10-minute exit from the first half for Lunar. Well, well, well.
Yeah. Except this time around, he's actually going to be up by 3 instead of being down by 2. So he's in much better position to try to level this match off here.
And continuing this stage does not look to be in Six's best interest right now. Koga just has all of the answers right now. Oh, has Tracy exhausted his resources? The reds are gonna flatten. Wait, what else is there? There's nothing else here. Oh, one more line.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's another case for Lunar where you said enough garbage and you're out of the stage.
Because Koga finally exhausts himself. Nope, the reds are there. And not in time. Okay. Six does get out. But that stage could not have felt good.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on that stage.
Oh, there's some awkward downstacking for Tracy to be had here.
Okay.
Oh, lines up right into a chain from the garbage. Okay, yeah, we don't have to stand for that. We don't have to sit for that either. Ooh, Sabrina barely switches up in time to get that garbage clear. Like, even now, I don't fully understand how these opponents tick. Okay, that was as much as Lunar was going to extend that chain. Sabrina is out of panels.
Out.
Oh, Tracy's swapping the wrong way!
The yellows! And that's it. Okay. Okay, that was fortunate for Lunar there.
We are maintaining the patent-pending two-stage lead. It held up in the second half of the last race. Here, it's definitely a bit too early to call in one direction or the other, and Six is doing a masterful job at avoiding significant color conflicts here to extend this chain. I think maybe now he's extended this long enough for Blaine. Maybe a pillar?
Big pillars.
Ooh.
That horizontal
Interesting.
Flare.
Wait, there it is. That's gonna fall into place.
Doesn't see purples or yellows. All right.
So funny. Oh, there we go. Rocket swaps the wrong way, and
there we go.
the two-stage lead continues to hold for now. But it was at this point in the last run where Lunar started to run into significant walls. Six has been known to make the adjustment. Will Lunar be able to switch things up? Let's see, Six may have continued this chain enough. Nope, the yellows are right there for that lower garbage block. Oh, the yellows are just barely there for Lunar's lower garbage block, and that's going to lead to a clear. Alright, Six is waiting for Tracy to deal with this, and there is nothing left.
Yeah, Blue is going to clear, and that will leave Tracy with nothing.
Now Giovanni is going to get to that, and Lunar will reset, and just like that, it is back down to one stage. Oh, just the roller coaster of S-Hards. It's so fun to watch, especially when you understand what is going on, and I'm kind of hoping that these tournaments can help viewers explain what is going on with this rapidly changing game. The conditions are changing by the second in ways that can be hard to understand. Ooh, Giovanni had some color conflicts that were not dealt with well. There are a few more color conflicts here.
Oh, it doesn't have a lot.
Oh, Lunar's follow-up chain was not good enough.
No.
Here it is, but you know, even with that, there's a second tier option for Giovanni. The greens are like right there.
Yep. Okay. Let the double four separate, but yeah, no.
Oh. Gets to that in time, and Lunar will reset the stage.
Team Rocket's gonna have more panels to work with now.
Yep, that's a pretty good reset point, I would say.
Yeah, Team Rocket's known to be really aggressive and use up a lot of panels, but that's just a little too many panels to try to hope for them to use up.
Has Lunar extended this enough on the right side?
Oh,
Oh,
Joe
no.
used up a lot,
Oh, no.
but he scored again!
Oh, just
And
building
he has no attack.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I don't know
these are
how
the-
intentional that cutoff was, but Lunar was in the middle of waiting for something to clear to build more. And that ended up backfiring on him in this instance.
Yeah, and these are the same problems Luna's running into this game like did last game. Just so many instances where, you know, if he topped off the opponent, he would have gotten out of the stage. Nope. Well, he's out of the stage.
There we
now
go.
'cause-
3 lines, no answer.
Yeah.
It's not common. But Lunar will be thankful to enter the Puzzle Elite at 16 minutes. Ah, Rocket levels off 6's garbage. That's a lot to work with.
Okay, Six gonna like to play this out a little bit. Team Rocket. Oh.
Okay,
Team Rocket
Lunar,
has actually
Lunar
made
definitely,
purple.
basically caught a panel as it landed to try and extend that chain past X10. Didn't need to do it that way, but when the tech works, it looks pretty.
Wow, Richie is actually wasting a lot of panels here. Not gonna waste enough.
Very wasteful. Oh, Rocket. Rocket saving themselves for one color of 6's on 6's garbage. But this is what Rocket does sometimes. They want to maximize the matches from transformed garbage. Just make as big combos as they can, match as much as they can at any one time. And it does lead to them and Giovanni, and to some extent Sabrina, running out of panels more quickly than comparable opponents would.
Yeah, but Blaine will also do that as well. So yeah, stages 7, 8, 10, and 11 will maximize their matches. Kind of strange that like Tracy in between at stage 9 doesn't do that. When the two opponents before and after him do. Oh, this looks.
Oh, the green from the random garbage clear spawned just in time to save Rocket's bacon. Oh boy.
Richie's doing a lot that doesn't involve
Oh,
clearing the
no.
garbage. The horizontal.
Alright, now Rocket is out of panels.
I'm gonna win. Don't give up.
Okay.
6 will be moving on.
Who's the best?
Lunar might be here for a minute. Inside. Nope. Not gonna play that one out.
You?
Just like that, the lead is back down to a single stage.
Yeah, and once again, Lunar is getting hit with, walls in the same section that he was getting hit with the last game. And, 6 is trying to take advantage here. Ooh,
Well, I
this
think
is
Giovanni
this
has
looks
given
promising.
him a low left.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
a little-
is. And if you can execute the chains like 6 is definitely shown to be disciplined enough to do,
Don't give up.
you can kind of get a weird amount of consistency with the second half.
Don't give up.
That looks really good for Lunar. Just wasn't quite good enough.
Don't give up. I'm gonna win.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, wait. I think
Ooh,
Richie...
what?
Oh, has Richie given 6 a low right?
Oh,
Yes, it falls in!
dropped it just in time.
Wow. And 6 has taken the lead right back. Took a little bit, but 6 is in a very, very good position here.
Yep. Ooh. No.
That will be a reset for Lunar.
Yep. And now Lunar is now down thanks to this mid to late game wall.
I'm gonna take you down.
A 6 dropped that attack before you get a second 4 combo.
Yeah.
I can't see this one working out unless the greens get cleared out. Oh, second tier was there.
Tier.
Hmm.
Can't win 'em all.
Oh wait. Now the second tier doesn't have any options.
Can't win 'em all.
Lorelei keeps that alive instead of down stacking.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No players.
Lorelei does get to that.
I'm gonna win.
And at this point, there's just no reasonable shot of the stage ending
Yeah.
anytime soon. Lunar still a minute into this Richie attempt. That's not going to end anytime soon. Oh,
Ooh, this is a low
oh,
left.
6 had a chance to cut that off for a kill.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
so
he's gonna
hard to
have
recognize.
extend it now. Gonna have to extend it.
Can't win 'em all.
Ah, not
No.
quite.
Oh,
Not immediate.
Can't win 'em all.
Ah, Lorelei gets that just in time. Now Lunar is stuck building off of Richie's garbage. This is arguably the worst place to be in S hard.
I'm gonna win.
I don't know how you win from here.
Way to go.
I have no idea how you win from Lunar's position. And I also don't know how you win from 6s. It's so hard to tell.
Way to go.
Yeah, Lorelei is just making one chain link at a time of garbage. Actually gaining more and more panels.
Can't win 'em all.
Yeah, usually when I see if they're just doing one chain link at a time, then I just reset that because
Can't win 'em all.
that usually means that they're not gonna run out of panels anytime soon.
6 has decided he's had enough of that Lorelei attempt. Lunar is keeping this Richie alive.
Way to go.
But Richie is still keeping on. 4 rows of panels dealing with that garbage. There's just too much here. There's no way.
Yeah, Lunar's got to reset here and try again. Okay, there he goes. Got simul resets actually.
To think in 2020, as late as 2020, we went to S hard for the top 4, for the top 4 winners, and we saw microcosms of this happening in that tournament, where some racers' winning times were into the 30+ minute range. So we've been quite hesitant to extend out the S hard play, and 6 is showing why it's not as much of a concern for the finals, as 6 will be taking the lead out to the patent pending 2 stages with 3 to go. But yeah, S hard is hard for a reason. It's really hard, and oh, Lunar finally got it. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Lunar's finally out of that Richie wall. You know, kind of relieved, but unfortunately it's kind of put him down a little behind.
Oh, okay. I think Bruno has extended this chain enough for a low right. Oh wait, the purple's gonna clear from the side. Oh wait a minute, Bruno. What are we doing? What are we doing? That is a lot of waste.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
And at this, well, yeah, Bruno is really wasting a lot here.
Way to go.
And 6 has shown a tendency to let these play,
I'm gonna win.
and he has been rewarded a couple of times. Lunar has had enough of that Lorelei attempt. 6's attack is still continuing. Just keep counterpunching as long as the opponent is building their own counterattack. There's not a world where Bruno ruins this specifically. Okay.
No.
Now 6's side has had enough. If there's anything that can give give LunarChimera any solace in this match, is that 6 has been more willing to let some longer stages play, and that is going to allow LunarChimera to catch up in the match.
Here we go. Alright. Ooh. Wow, Bruno's somehow starting another chain. This could work out for 6.
Ooh.
Oh, no. No, the reds. No extra 4 combos.
Okay, Lunar doing a very nice job of extending that chain. Lots of Hail Mary chain extensions from LunarChimera. Not quite enough to catch Bruno in a good position. 10 combo from Bruno is like, that's enough.
Oh my god.
That's enough. Like we challenge Bruno to a do something challenge in this point of the game, and yeah, now these stages are not cooperating. Okay, this attack from 6 needs to be bailed on sooner rather than later. This did not start with a combo, and then it moved to a 7 combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of hopeful. You let that play out anyway, because there is always that small chance. But those stages have not shown to work very often.
Yeah, so
Okay.
far as the match, it's been the mid to late game from like Geo onwards that's just giving these players so much trouble.
Ooh, a little horizontal
Ooh.
6 situation, and it's gonna lead to
There
Bruno
we
getting
go.
bodied. And as we approach the
Okay.
30-minute mark in this race, it is 6. Now having 2 stages to go.
Oh, Lunar's having trouble getting the chain off here.
That
It's
chain's
a
definitely
low
not going to be
left.
enough.
Yeah, that was a low left from Bruno, but just, yeah.
6 not having a great moment starting this chain either. 6 able to rebuild into a 7 chain. Not going to be enough to keep Gary topped off, it looks like.
Oh.
Maybe it is, but Gary has all the answers anyway. Yeah, it's hard to tell what 6 is still playing for in that moment. Oh, Bruno might be cooperating here.
Lunar.
Oh, no, wait. Wait, what does Bruno have left? Oh, Lunar didn't have enough.
Oh, Lunar short again!
Oh, no.
Oh, another case where Lunar sends enough garbage, he's out of the stage.
Low right? Is this a low right for Gary? Yes! The last combo lands in time, and 6 is once again first to Mewtwo. Can we get at least one free Mewtwo in this match? Can we at least have Mewtwo play nice? For once.
Okay, here's a... okay. Do over 3-4 combos. 4-4 combos. Gotta be careful doing too many 4 combos, or you might not get separation. Mewtwo is not doing a whole lot of anything here.
X13 chain. 6
Mewtwo could have
extended that
that
chain. Yeah, 6 extended that chain as much as he could.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, Mewtwo had an easy continuation, decided not to do it. So, once again, Mewtwo is
Ayo,
not
wait a minute.
free.
Wait a minute. Lunar needs to send another attack. Oh, no!
Hold on, 6 got bailed! 6 got bailed!
Oh boy. And this time, I believe it is 6 winning by 2 stages. This time around. This time selling for a 3204. And it what a tale of 2 runs. Because last run 6 took so many minutes to finally take down Mewtwo. This time it only takes 1 minute. This really goes to show just how different this game experience is every time. Oh no, Lunar I think had enough of it. Just ran out of time as Bruno was about to ran out of time, and that will do it for Lunar's attempt at that stage. So let's give 6 that second Pokeball. Oh, alright. I need a minute.
Oh,
oh my goodness. This has the chance to turn into something amazing. Just Lunar has ran into one too many bad stages in each of his runs, and the runs have just derailed on him continuously. So
Yeah.
This has been quite the roller coaster, and I need a minute to breathe. Maybe all you guys need a minute to breathe as well. So we'll take a small break right here, and we will be right back with the third and hopefully not final game of this Redemption final set between Six and LunarChimera. So stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022 Redemption Bracket. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2022, the Redemption Bracket, the finals of our consolation bracket. I am Cars of the Heart, joined by FFR Pro 21. Takes two champions to really bring you a championship match like this between the 5 seed 6 and the 11 seed LunarChimera. And FFR, it really has been the second half that has proven to be all the difference in this match so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, Lunar in the section from Giovanni to Bruno has just given him so many problems. And it's allowed Six to kind of roll past him and take down these first two games. And now he's got 3 chances here to become the 2022 PPL Redemption Champion here.
Yeah, 3 chances in a level this random. Oh my goodness, this is going to be one of the comebacks of all time if this does manage to come through. A reverse sweep, the way Lunar has been playing the mid-game so far, it would be completely improbable, and it would be peak content, so let's get right into it. Game 3 is underway.
Here we go, yeah. This is the first Redemption Championship point for Six. So we've seen so far, both players have a good handle on the first half. See if they, to put up some good first halves still here. Ooh, what was that little chain from Lunar's Gary?
Okay, so Gary is going to get to Six's attack in time, but what else will there be? Oh, okay. Okay, and then you have to wonder, at this point you have to wonder if it's a good idea to even reset the first stage, because we've seen the main tournament players spend multiple minutes resetting on the first stage. And wonder if seeing any of that has informed either of our players to...
Gary's out on Six's side. Okay.
Funny how that happens. Just about every time I consider a reset situation, the situation resolves itself. Oh, Gary's Lunar's Gary gives himself enough time to respond to that. So that stage is going to be continuing for an indefinite future, whereas Six seems to have generally a better handle on extending his chains out. Lunar has repeatedly left a few stages short, but Six, as slow as he claims his cursor speed tends to be, has found a way, and now Gary has found a way to ruin his chances, and after 2 minutes, LunarChimera is finally out. Ugh, that's hard. That's hard, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, honestly, that's not the worst Gary one that I've seen this tournament. I know Taman in my SR match with him, last game had a what 6 minute Gary won that challenge to a 6.5 minute Gary Misty or something silly like that. It was brutal.
Happens to literally everybody. Oh, is
Ooh,
Brocky
this
giving
is
Lunar a little left?
yeah,
Oh,
for Brock,
absolutely.
yes,
Oh,
sir.
when the combos come together, they come together in a beautiful way. Okay, 6 is showing the discipline to continue this chain. Ooh, oh, maybe there was a red on the side that would have been better to go for instead, but it may not matter. Some awkward downstacking still for Misty. Ooh, okay. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, Misty's probably going to find a way to chain off of this. Or not?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, there's definitely some stack health being wasted there for a brief minute.
Yeah, 6 does have a second set of double force set up.
Oh, Misty has exhausted everything from
Oh,
Lunar's
boy.
attack. And LunarChimera will be moving on. We've seen this song and dance 3 times now. Lunar has gotten off to fast starts, and yet every time the mid-game has let him down. If the mid-game treats Lunar nice this time, then we can actually see a game 4.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this.
Okay, that was a valiant attempt at pillars.
Yeah, kind of dropped it a little too late. Oh. Okay.
Okay, these CPU's movements are always weird. Never gonna figure out why these foes have the ability to do what Misty did towards the end of 6's attempt.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna try again on Misty. Lunar's letting this surge play out. Oh, gets the one more line.
Oh, wow.
All right. So this time Lunar does top off Surge there and gets out of the stage. So he's gonna need to do more of that. It's always important to keep the opponents topped off. At least then give you a chance.
Alright, 6 challenging Misty to the Do Anything challenge, and it was barely enough. Oh my. Oh
Okay.
me, oh my. Oh, this
Was
looks
Low
to be
right?
Oh, no second 4 combo. This is a bit more
Hold on.
fragile. Ah, the blues right there. Second 4 combo probably would have done it on that stage. It's why you make the combos, why you lead with the combos.
Give up?
Like, without the combos, like, okay, like how's that for a possible category extension? Chains only
Give up?
on S hard. Like, can you imagine?
I mean, if you're good at doing a factory, then you might be able to get some consistent like couple minute kills on every
Maybe.
stage.
Maybe that's something that would exercise a level of control that I'm not even sure I would have. And all right, our players have had enough of those attempts. I'm gonna keep on trying. It's all we can reasonably do with these stages. Just keep on trying until we get the good luck. 6 has definitely shown a better ability to keep chains alive, and oh no,
Oh yeah.
needed a couple more lines on that. However, no, Never mind.
6 actually had an easy setup for an 8 combo, but chose not to do it. Probably, definitely could have needed that.
I'm gonna win. Give up?
Okay. Erica's got a lot of panels on Lunar's side.
I'm gonna win. Give up?
Yep, definitely gonna have time for that. That will be a reset.
Prepare to battle.
Surge.
Surge has so many blues. That's going to prompt a reset. And really, you have to have a supreme confidence with executing the double 4 strategies as well as the prerequisite numbers of chains that you need to top off these opponents. I don't know if Lunar has necessarily shown that yet, so the tendency to let these stages, the tendency to reset these stages, I don't know if it's necessarily founded. 6 has shown a bigger tendency to do that. Okay, alright, Erica finally running out. Just as 6's Surge finally ran out of time. So
Yeah, these are not the quick first halves that we see in the first 2 games.
like, at this point, this only, well, I'd say this only benefits Lunar, but really it's the second half that's been the biggest problem. Okay. Okay. 6 Erica
Nice.
flattens into no answers. A little slide attempt from Lunar. It is not needed. Low left side. Lets Koga run out of everything.
Yeah, kind of funny. Just as I said, both players weren't having the fastest first halves here. They kind of started picking up the pace here. Oh, that's a 7 combo from 6.
You think 6 would be more adept to make 6 combos as opposed to 7 combos. Is Lunar having controller issues again? 'Cause he was...
Kidding, Lunar's playing a game here.
the cat. Oh, of course. Of course. We definitely have a community here that appreciates their felines. Don't appreciate them getting involved in the middle of the game, though. We actually have real money on the line for this one. And only the winner of this match is going to take home anything from the prize pool.
Okay.
And LunarChimera is currently on the way to getting back in contention for that prize, starting with this race here.
Yeah, he's in position to once again get the faster first half of the 2. It's just, unfortunately, it hasn't really translated to race wins for Lunar. But we'll see if maybe this
I
time.
thought 6 was panic comboing so fast. No, that random match saved Koga. Are you kidding me? Only that random match could have given Koga enough time to survive that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then you would have had to have been fast enough to airwalk it over, which was. Or
Crying out loud. This game is definitely a game. Oh, so close, says Blaine over and over and over again. 6 not having his own fun with Koga right now. Oh, Blaine has the second tier. Sees it immediately. Now all the options are open. The 8 combo to add injury to insult. That's a reset.
Wow, Koga is doing a lot.
Oh man, that was kind of stupid low. but it was not low enough. Although,
Hold on. Oh, the red's
Although,
chain.
there it is. No, I thought 6 had another. Did 6 have enough lines, or did the stack just simply inch up the 1 pixel it tends to do? To
No,
get the extra row.
I think 6, one more line was a little short.
All
Ran
right.
out of time, so that's alright. Didn't get punished for that.
Always makes the heart skip a few beats. I'm getting to the age where I can't take that pressure much longer. In any case, awkward down stacking from Blaine. Still awkward down stacking from Blaine.
Still down stacking.
Gets to that in time though.
Well, you
Now-
can't make it to wait this out here, because... Okay, I'm not sure Blaine... Don't know why Blaine didn't down stack the blues, but okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Look
that's
out,
a
look
12
out.
combo.
That's
that
a
does
12
not
combo
clear
alert.
garbage, and Blaine is out of moves.
Hello. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's adventurous. I blame to say the least. And at 14 minutes, LunarChimera is the first to enter the second half. And the walls are hitting 6 a little bit earlier than they have all match long. Lunar needs that to happen a few more times in order to come back in this match. That chain is going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's gonna start up another one here. Tracy did not clear that other 2-chain block.
I don't see this stage ending anytime soon. Don't see Lunar stage ending anytime soon. Don't see Sabrina stage ending anytime soon. Don't think you will necessarily escape Sabrina. Lunar gets... Oh,
Yes.
man.
Sabrina's using up a lot here.
Okay, 2 colors possible for that garbage block. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man. There's definitely a lot of coping in letting this play out. With that many panels, I don't know if I would go on with that.
No, no way. And also Sabrina is second tier.
Now,
Let's see, Lunar.
Tracy
Tracy is not
Continuing.
topped off.
continuing to find matches. Oh, there's a world where Richie or Tracy ruins this. Oh, wait a minute. Green.
Oh, he's got
Nuts.
green. Yeah.
Now that second tier is accessible.
Oh,
Now that third tier is accessible.
oh Sabrina, what was that? Side clear.
Man.
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay, Sabrina might have a problem here.
Yeah, no second or third tiers. That
There
will
it
do.
is. 6 is clawed back to within a single stage. That's a fairly inventive way to get the second 4 combo in that chain.
Low left on Tracy.
Oh, might still work.
That could still
There
work.
it is.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right. So the lead is grown down to the patent pending 2-stage lead. I believe it did not hold last time at this point. But 6 is really running into some problems.
Yeah, this has been a really rough first half for 6. Okay, let's see. Team
This
Rocket.
might be a bit cooperative.
Ooh, this is...
Oh,
Low.
this is a low
Oh,
everything. Has Lunar
everything.
sent enough? Oh, he sure has! Oh, baby.
Oh, the
Aw,
blue
man.
fell in for Blaine. No. That looks so good for 6.
Oh, there's a way for Blade to ruin this, though.
Oh, but your second tier with the yellows.
Ah, okay. With
Okay.
the second tier, hard to imagine that stage working out. But now the lead is 3 stages. Now it's getting fairly significant.
Yeah, but now we're at the area of the game that Lunar has been having so much trouble with this entire match.
Oh, there was an attempt to extend the chain that way. Did not quite work out. I don't think he started that other section in time.
Okay.
Geo? What are we doing? What are we doing?
How
Are you kidding?
Oh my god. Giovanni is gonna have reds. I was gonna say if Giovanni ruined that, that is the stupidest AI I've ever seen.
Alright, Blaine has ran out of time. So-
Look at this. Look at Giovanni's behavior in the green. It's just so silly.
These foes can't make up their minds at times. Oh, wait, maybe horizontal 6 to bodied? Or not even. Not even,
doesn't
just
get to
regular
reds.
bodied.
Okay.
It's under
So
20 minutes, but Lunar has made it to the Puzzle Elite.
I'm ready. Are you?
Oh, low left. Oh, one more line. 6 needed one more on Tracy. Although, if this 3 chain will come down, 3 chain might have had a chance to come down in time, but build up to a 4 and there's almost no way to make it work. Low left.
Low left?
Wow! The textbook low left for Lunar.
Oh, that is one of the faster quick kills you'll ever see in this game.
Oh yes, that has to be Lunar's best Richie of the match so far. Just
Dude,
I have to think if Lunar can find the 4 combos consistently, that he can be just fine. This part is working so far. Needs to keep this chain going. That was. There were ways for Lunar to keep that chain going, but it can just be so hard to see those things.
I think Lorelei could have extended her initial chain, but yeah. Yeah, Lunar's got to reset here. Lunar still hasn't
Tracy
yet.
will have too much to work with from 6's attack, so I would expect 6 to reset this soon. Although...
Oh, hold on. Oh, he doesn't have enough.
Oh, it came down just in time! Wow! Oh, ye of little faith I am. My goodness. Oh, that dropped a little prematurely. Oh, okay, that's blue.
No.
Allowing that match. Okay. Lorelei is still continuing. Second tier made that a bit complicated. So the lead is still 3 stages. LunarChimera has 4 stages to go. Fighting for that Baconator, for that final piece of our crowdfunded prize pool. Lunar is on the way to coming back in this match. Oh. Okay. Okay.
This is one more lines.
Now Lorelei is few more colors to work with. That's going to be a problem.
Can't win 'em all. Can't win 'em all.
Yeah, no.
Rocket looks to have a few panels to work with here, although, okay, there's some down stacking here. A bit awkward. Yeah, now Rocket has all the rows to work with. And that's going to be a reset. Could not quite extend that chain. Not quite able to get a second 4 combo. Although... No, I was coping.
No. Yeah, no.
Literally just did not have a good chain started.
Can't win 'em all.
6 has been more consistent at starting, at keeping up the necessary chains. 6 is proving himself to be a bit better at doing double-digit chains, and just sometimes this game will force you to make chains that big in order to make the timing of the garbage look right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, there's been times where I've been having to go to like 15, 16, 17 chains, just looking for that opening.
Just like 6 right here, going X11. Not quite having the reds in place for the X12. But...
T-Rocket had some pretty juicy pillars there.
Ah,
But, yeah.
didn't clear the right way to drop that down. Rocket is wasting quite a bit. And again, Rocket has that tendency to line out maximum combos from transformed garbage. Like, look at this. Look at this 15 combo.
15 combo.
But now what, Rocket? Now what have you got?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's what you get. That is what you get. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so 6 is only 2 back now, as Lunar is still struggling with Lorelei here.
Can't win 'em all.
My...
Okay, Lorelei has a chance to exhaust this.
No. Lunar didn't get enough anyways.
Yeah, in the middle of a stage like that, it's very hard to align the combos properly.
The hashtag Lunar Reset Challenge. Oh boy. Oh wow, Giovanni is out. And 6 is now within 1.
Oh man. Even our 3-stage lead might have to become patent pending the way this is going.
Can't win 'em all.
Okay. Okay, Lorelei's got more answers there. Okay.
Can't win 'em all.
Okay, the priority switching is a bit weird, I will admit.
Can't win 'em all.
At this point, Lunar is building off of Lorelei's garbage. This is gonna be too slow.
Hold on.
Can't win 'em all.
Oh, second tier. Okay.
Okay, there's
Oh.
there's yellow right there.
Can't win 'em
There it is.
Oh, she went for it.
Richie's ruining a lot here.
all. Win 'em all.
Yes.
And 6 is out of Richie. Just like that, we are back to the same stage.
Yeah, and once again, just the mid to late game struggles for Lunar, allowing 6 to catch up here.
Okay, okay, Lorelei, I just saw that. You think we were gonna see that phantom swap you did to avoid that red color conflict? I saw that. These foes, I swear.
Can't win 'em all. Can't win 'em all.
Ooh, this is a low left.
Wow,
one.
wow, this is very deep. Okay. This can fall into place.
Can't win 'em all.
Oh boy.
You please stop that,
Lorelai.
Lorelai. There. Oh, no!
No way!
Okay, ran out of
She
time.
ran out of time.
Oh my
God.
goodness gracious.
Oh.
As 6 resets his Lorelai attempt, Lunar moves on from his.
Yeah, Lunar kind of shaking his head there. It's just like, you know, why was Lorelai just so bad once again? He does still have a lead. Oh.
Yeah, the chains have kind of fallen apart towards the end of this run for Lunar. That is not going to cut it.
Yeah. That's not enough. Lorelai almost ran out on 6's side.
I don't think there's a world where Bruno runs out of time here. He would have if Lunar had sent enough.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't think Lunar was in
Oh,
the
Laurel?
too.
out!
Okay. Well.
Once again, 6 has leveled things off here. We only got 3 stages left.
Yeah, that stage was not going to end at any time soon, but taking that extended time to reset the stage has put 6 back into the briefest of leads. Oh, that's a 7 combo. 6 is able to extend that chain
Okay.
off. Oh, maybe didn't need the second 4
then
combo.
the
Low
second one.
left!
Oh my goodness!
And just like that, 6 has rocketed back into the lead. Wait, could Bruno run out of time here? No.
No.
No, but sure looked like it.
Yeah, Bruno wasted a lot of time there, but just too fast. Alright. Oh, Bruno! Oh, I thought Bruno was gonna
Wait,
clear up.
now what?
Oh,
Okay,
Bruno's out.
out. Oh, little early on that insert to extend that chain was 6. Gary has too many panels there, so it's probably worth resetting here.
No.
I
Oh,
say
wait,
that.
not yet. Okay, no. Well, you could keep this going a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's a case to be made to just let this garbage block play out. And if you get to the next level, which with all singles on the next line, you get to that now you reset. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
there we go.
that makes sense. At
Also,
that point, just so many panels to work with. Yeah, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, this is the first time this match Lunar has actually made it to Gary 2 before 6 is finished.
Indeed. This is proving to be a very, very cruel level. 6 is going to keep the chain moving. Not quite that much. May not matter, though. This is a
Whoa.
very low right side.
Oh yeah, this is so low. Oh,
Oh, no. 6's attack was short, and 6 almost running out of time. Dealing with that attack. Survival will be the key here. Oh. Oh?
Oh.
Oh, 6 is working off of garbage. Could not fall up.
I'm gonna win. Way to go. I'm gonna
Hey,
win.
no second tier for Gary.
Okay, that will do.
Okay.
That will do. That combo will pin Gary down, and 6 has a chance to get out that broom and claim this championship with a good Mewtwo. Please give us... Can we get like one good Mewtwo in this match? Please. 6 looking for where that 4 combo should come from. Gets the yell in the right
there you
spot
go.
to do it.
Okay, now Mewtwo just needs to start chaining. Okay. Oh Mewtwo's not doing much for 6.
That
Oh,
chain
shit.
extension's not going to quite work. Has Mewtwo extended enough?
Oh, he could have extended that with reds. He didn't.
Oh, a little bit of an airwalk there. Lunar has a low left.
All
And
right.
LunarChimera has made it to Mewtwo for the first time.
All right.
And honestly, 6 is not in a good place right now.
I'm going to win.
Okay, here we go. Lunar's attempt at Mewtwo here.
I'm going to win.
I don't see a second 4 combo from Lunar.
I'm going to win.
Mewtwo had a
He's
low
running out of
left.
opportunities to get to it.
I'm going to win.
Gonna go for an X11.
Going to win.
There was no second 4 combo. It would have mattered there. Oh, the
Yeah.
low right side was there. Oh, man.
I'm going to
The differences can be that minuscule, like, just like that. And now we are in dueling Mewtwo's for an extended period of time.
Alright, yeah. What Mewtwo is gonna die first.
And it's honestly up to Mewtwo at this point. There's going to be very little that these players can do to influence Mewtwo's survival here. Like, you can send 4 combos, you can play for these shock panels and then send 4 combos in the back end behind that, but Mewtwo's so fast here. Both of these Mewtwo's have so many panels to work with. It's hard to imagine either of them going away anytime soon. If there's anyone that's going to lose from here, it would be Lunar's.
Oh, that's double fours! Double
That's a
fours!
low right.
It'll work! Oh, come on. No, no. No, this should work.
The reds could clear from the side.
I'm going to win.
No, this
Not
will
in
work.
time. And LunarChimera gets the first. Gets their first Pokeball with a time of 35:01. Oh, those are gonna be the kinds of SRs we have to get to see this match be close. Oh boy. All right, time to give Lunar Pokeball number 1.
I'm going to win.
Well. Well.
Lunar saves 1 championship point. Gonna need to save 2 more.
And you have to wonder what's going through 6's mind right now, because it was very much 6's first half that let him down in this race.
I'm going to win.
Like, it's hard to always
Win.
evaluate specific changes that these players can make in order for the fortunes to change, because S-Hard has proven to be so random that it almost doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Like, I mean, one thing you could say is to always make sure you keep the opponent topped off. You know, other than that, it's so hard to say.
I'm going to win.
Oh, come on, Mewtwo, going to third.
Mewtwo, do not go into the second tier. Okay. Well, there is nothing stopping Mewtwo from doing that. Now we see Mewtwo at his absolute worst. This stage is going to get to the point. We're gonna get to the point where 6 is probably going to hit the 5-minute mercy kill limit on this Mewtwo. So if 6 were to actually take a loss here, I would then have to tell 6 to end his run, which he might just reset out of out of
To win.
spite for this Mewtwo anyway. Oh.
Yeah, this Mewtwo is 5.5 minutes and counting right now.
Go over a little slide technique is Mewtwo just to add more insult to the injury.
I'm gonna win.
Like, Mewtwo, please stop, he's already dead.
I'm going to win.
Alright, comments. Tell us if your team I'm gonna win or I'm going to win.
I'm going to win.
Some people, oh, 6 runs out of time.
Well,
Okay. We're done here.
yeah. Let's get out of there.
It's so hard to survive for that long, because another thing I was able to confirm recently is that this game does have a mechanic that is known, I think it's known in the Puzzle League circles as margin time. I can't remember if the game makes a specific mention to it, but the amount of time you have to survive, your stack health when you are at the top of the screen, your maximum stack health actually goes down with each minute that passes in this game. So at that point in the stage, 6 would have had less than a second to respawn, maybe a quarter of a second or 3/4 of a second to of a stack health to bleed through. So 6 was gonna have a hard time surviving from that point onward. But in any case, we are about to go to a game 4. And oh my, the complexion of this match just changed quite a bit.
Yeah, I know the term margin time is a thing in the Puyo series, where over time your chain and combo attacks will send more and more garbage Puyos.
I don't think I've ever seen any type of behavior like that in this series. Like I wish there was more aggressive margin time shenanigans when it comes to, like, maybe just stop time in general from combos and chains going down over time. I think if Intelligent Systems and Nintendo of America or Nintendo Japan would coordinate to make a new Puzzle League series entry, that stop time would have to go down as the stage progresses, just to make the stages end faster. Because when you get garbage involved, these stages can go on for a long time, as we are seeing here with some of these stages. It just goes on and on and on. Here we go with game 4.
Yeah, No Plan Puzzle League actually does quite a lot of margin time. Like eventually stop time from chains and combos goes down to 0. And then eventually shake time from the garbage blocks actually goes down as well. So really, fights in that game can actually go no longer than really 13 or 14 minutes.
Even then, I feel the struggles of those stages playing out for 8-10 minutes at a time, even on the hardest CPUs. But that's a whole nother that's because of a whole nother set of issues. All right, Lunar is once again out of Gary first. And Gary is telling 6 to keep on trying. So here we go again with the same song and dance we've seen effectively 4 races in a row. Where Lunar, on average, by and large, has gotten off to faster starts.
Yeah, I think it was only 6 had the faster first half in game 1. But it's been Lunar the faster first half the last 2 races.
6 actually taking the time to reset this Gary. We had not really seen that in this match. We see more of a tendency to let stages play out. Oh, low left. There it is.
Do it. Oh, no way!
Brock was going to run out of time.
Oh, my
Now
goodness.
6 has run out of time. Okay, Brock's finally out of time there. That was a bit rude. Bit rude on both fronts. 6 is on his 3rd attempt with Gary.
Yeah.
And it's not looking super for him. That chain definitely was not going to go anywhere. You have to wonder at some point if there is a fatigue factor to this, because we are asking these players to potentially play 5 S-hard runs in a row. And even though I try my best to give these players a break in between multiple races, just to play this game for multiple hours in a row is a tricky prospect, to say the least. It's hard to be always on for that long. Is that, FFR, is that something you ever feel with these games?
For me personally, I don't actually have an issue going for hours and hours playing this game. You know, that's really because for me, you know, I used to play hardcore FFR years and years back, so you know, I just built up so much strength in my wrist that they could pretty much just handle any sort of abuse that comes from playing video games.
And just wonder, as we see these stages play out, 6 resetting yet again. Is that attempt 4 or 5? I've lost count. But as we see these stages continue, I can't help but wonder what are the paths to really getting better at this series. Is like, do you have to play a lot of PvP? Do you have to play a rhythm game? Like, what type of intense gaming do you have to subject yourself to really get to the top level of this game? And I wonder myself if I'm getting a bit soft in that regard. Okay, Misty does run out of time after 2 minutes. Ooh, yep. Yeah, that's about how long these early stages can take you if you keep them topped off and just they get permitted to go off.
Yeah, well, yeah, DDR is, I mean, that's good for your footwork. That's not exactly good for your wrist work, unfortunately. I still say FR is better for strengthening those wrists. Sorry, Tay.
There might be an element of endurance to be had with DDR and just dealing with these tournaments as long as they go. I'm definitely gonna have to come up with some way to shorten how long these tournaments go, because we've definitely experienced quite a bit of burnout from the end of this tournament.
Oh dear. And I think officially 6 has gotten one of Tayman's Gary ones here. This is 6 minutes deep.
Oh boy.
Finally
Oh my, about 6:15, 6:20 on the timer when he finished Gary 1. And for all of that struggle, Lunar is still dealing with Surge. The lead is only 2 stages.
Yeah, surprisingly for 6, he's not that far behind, all considering. I mean, you've seen 6 come back from this. Ooh, this is a low, right? Yeah, that'll work.
There we go. Again, you have to lead your chains with the combos to set up that scenario.
That was a fancy little light chain from Lunar's side there.
Okay. Is Surge maybe gonna... No, Surge is not gonna run out of time from that. Oh well.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Misty not having immediate answers to 6's attack. 6 not able to get something immediately started. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so much for that.
I'm gonna win.
Oh my. There's a reset from 6. Oh, Surge, what are we doing? Surge, what are we doing? Surge, what are we doing? Might need to give this guy a manual. What in the world? What in the world is he doing? Well, I think Misty has given 6 a low right. Oh, the upcoming row. Will Misty might have time to get out of this? She does not, thankfully.
Way to go.
See how Lunar continues this. Like, okay, like this chain going fairly big. X9.
I'm gonna win.
Haven't seen Lunar always
Give up.
extend chains out that far,
I'm gonna win.
but we have seen the capability.
Ooh.
And Erica runs out of time.
Okay.
Okay.
Erica had a lot of purples. Didn't know what to do with them.
Oh, Surge, you just had to level it off as soon as it all came down. Come on,
Way to go.
you for real right now? Okay, Lunar extending X8. Gonna be able to go X10. X11. I think that's given as much time as Koga needs to make whatever chain he's going to make. And the do something challenge proving to be difficult yet again.
Oh, why is Koga lowering the left?
Oh, are you serious? Oh, it was right there. Come on. Yells are right there. And here you make, well, yeah, here you make the case to keep going based on the color conflicts, but no, too big of a garbage block to resolve. And finally, Surge runs out of time, allowing 6 to get back to within a stage.
Work harder, young one.
And once again, seeing the first half struggles, just like last race here. Lunar might have a no, wasn't a low enough left.
6 taking this chain out all the way to X12. That was as much rope as Koga was going to let loose, as Erica was going to let loose. Double-digit chains, and these opponents still not cooperating.
We are not beat yet.
I'm gonna win. Way to go.
We are not beat
I'm
yet.
gonna win.
Yeah, Six gotta reset that. It's gonna take too long.
We are not beat yet.
Lunar should probably reset this as well.
We're not beat yet.
Way to go! Way to go!
I don't know the world where this stage resolves itself.
We're not beat yet. We're not beat yet.
Keep saying we're not beat yet. And it's true every time.
We're
Nope. 6 is
There's
short.
the reset.
Do you choose to battle me?
Like this just goes to show just how hard
Way to go!
Work harder.
S hard really is. Like even when we play this game for marathons, there's a reason we allow ourselves a 40-minute estimate. Because even for the top players, the random runs can just balloon out of control.
Well, a great job on 6's part to extend that. Probably wanted to extend that a little further.
We're not beat.
However,
It might work. Low left. That will be low enough.
there we go. Oh, Koga, what have you got? Oh, are you serious, Koga?
Oh, that was gonna clear.
I'm gonna win!
I think if those
Oh
were
boy.
clear, that would have
I'm gonna win!
let Koga run out of moves.
And with that reset, 6 is back in the game. Although that early chain drop is going to prove problematic. Oh, that extension from 6 though.
Mm,
Way to go!
Can that will not result in a low left, and yeah, that attack was not long for this world.
We're not beat yet.
And you know, that many panels, I don't see how Koga dies here, so
no.
Lunar should be resetting that stage.
We're not beat yet. Young one. We're not beat yet. We're not beat
6
yet.
definitely
We're not
knows what he wants with 4 combos. Definitely knows how to find them in his chains, but doesn't seem to matter if Koga levels off the garbage.
Really, Koga, you had a lower right, but just kept pulling out from the left.
Okay, Lunar Koga runs out of time. But we are approaching 15 minutes
Play with me!
in this run. We're just now hitting stage 7. This is a brutal run. This is a brutal mode.
Yeah, 6 is still a 4th or level. To not get separated. 6 is gonna play this out. Koga cleared all the garbage. He could save this still.
I told you so.
Lunar actually catching a panel in midair to start that chain. Has this led to a low right, maybe?
That's pretty, yeah. Oh,
Oh!
No!
Oh,
Where did let that
so
chain
close.
go?
Oh, such a good effort.
Way to go!
But here we see Sabrina trying to maximize
You won't escape.
matches off of transformed garbage. So there is a small amount of hope here.
You won't escape.
Definitely some color conflicts to be had.
You won't. I'm gonna win. Way to go. You won't escape. Way to go.
Okay, Sabrina, why did you swap out of that match?
You won't.
The world may never know. That's an X14 chain from 6's Koga.
And Koga
He
is out.
deserves all of that for extending the chain that big without keeping anything for the counterattack. Yep, these foes have no self-control. That is what we try to take advantage of
I'm gonna win.
in S-Hard.
Way to go.
It's about the only reasonable hope we have for beating these opponents with any consistency. And just like that, 6 is back on the same stage once again.
Oh boy.
Go with me.
Yeah. Could we see a 47-minute time win this?
It's... It wouldn't... I can't remember if it'd be the first time, because I'm pretty sure we've had a race with a 40-minute winning finish. I'm sure that happened at some point in the 2017 tournament.
I told you so.
Yeah, I think it was TA and Ty that had a like 47-minute time.
Right.
Eventually won. Yeah.
Right, that one kind of led us to restrict the S hard rounds to the top 4.
Yeah.
All right, Sabrina, what have you got left here?
Has got a problem.
So 6 will be taking the lead on this one. And I don't know how Lunar's Sabrina dies.
I'm gonna win. Way to go.
Let's see here.
6 definitely adept at keeping chains alive in a lot of instances. Okay, Sabrina finally out of space at a minute 20.
Ooh, low right on Blaine's side.
The Blues are gonna match.
Lines. Blaine pulled out from the left.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, so close.
I'm gonna win.
Alright, well, who's gonna get out of the first half first? I think this is by far the slowest first half we have seen so far.
This has been the slowest first half,
Lunar-
and Lunar
Yeah,
Chimera
yeah.
is out of it at 19 minutes. So
Wow.
this has been one to definitely feel, if not see entirely. Oh, low right. All right, 6
There
is
we
right
go.
behind. Keeping this close at least.
Way to go.
Oh yes, TA in chat confirming that he eventually won that epic S-Hard match with a 47-41.
I'm gonna win.
And oh no, Luna got bottomed out. I thought that was gonna be so good.
Yep, that is not going to work out.
That's so unfortunate.
They do everything right, and they clear absolutely everything. Low right for 6's Tracy.
I'm gonna win.
So 6 is counterpunching ahead, right back.
I'm gonna win.
It is 6 in the driver's seat to take home his first redemption title. Both of these players would win their first redemption championship with this win.
Go, 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 go. I'm gonna win. Go, go, go.
Okay. 6 showing his ability to extend chains.
Okay, how is
Going up
T-Rock,
to X14
like, not
just to
doing
let Rocket
anything?
do something. Oh my goodness! 6
Oh,
almost
6 guys
ran,
stuck in
almost
up.
got crushed.
And fortunately,
Oh, but
oh,
wait.
they're the Blues.
Wow.
And Justin.
That was so close.
Go, go, go.
Woo-wee.
All right, so 6 gonna have the patent pen 2-stage lead going to Giovanni here. Ooh, lost down second for Tracy here. It's just not enough.
6 showing even more of an ability to keep chains alive, dropping that down for a 10. Oh, probably wanted to grab yellow instead of purple for the X11. But Giovanni there was probably no good point to drop this attack anyway.
Yeah.
That lag chain, though. You can
Yeah,
definitely
that
do
was a
some
little
fancy
pretty.
looking things off of
Oh, Gio's got
garbage,
nothing.
and
Gio's
there
got
it is.
nothing. Yeah.
There it is. Reward him for that style, please.
Yeah. And this is lead's gonna extend. Oh, wait.
Oh, hey,
Wait.
there it is.
There it
oh,
is.
Come on.
No, Looners!
Oh,
No!
man.
Oh, need to drop that chain sooner.
Yeah, it was right there. This Lunar's been short on several of these opportunities. Oh, but wait!
Ah, 6 didn't
Has
have enough.
6 sent enough on the crackback?
No.
Oh, now he's dealing a little bit with garbage, so it's gonna be tough for him to send stuff. Richie's probably gonna have a lot more free space here.
Yeah, Richie is
6
just
trying to send random
Oh.
lines.
Yeah.
Oh, one more. Needed one more. Didn't quite have the panels for it. Both players are resetting their stages, and just like that, seems like only a few minutes ago we were witnessing 6 catch up to Lunar in the stage deficit, and now it is 6 with a 3-stage lead. How quickly S-Hard can turn.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen some pretty monumental comeback.
Low left for
Ooh,
Tracy. Yes!
there we
That
go.
falls into place. Can this fall into place for 6? Not immediately.
Yeah.
Well, now you let this attack come down and see if Richie ruins all of his responses. Oh, almost.
Oh, it was almost fast enough to clear those reds before the garbage blocks fell.
So now you look at what options Richie has. There's too many here. I think I would reset this, but my reset judgment has not proven to be on point.
Oh, Richie wasted some panels there. Now he's gonna gain a few back. Team Rocket is gonna save the purples.
Oh well. Yep, these attacks are still continuing. That's an X12. That's an X13 from Richie. That's a bit rude. But 6 does have 2 4 combos down.
Oh, and the purples hold.
Like, the margins of these opponents surviving get so small. You just never know. Oh, this is an awkward one for Richie.
No. Flattens. No, wait.
Runs out of time! Well. That is very uncommon at this late in the run. These foes usually have the speed to get to whatever they want, but Richie spent his time going for a thing that had already fallen through. So he runs out of time there. The lead is back to 3 stages for our 5 seed. 5 seed, remember, falling into this redemption bracket because he had to deal with the deadliest group of death we've ever seen in the history of death.
Yeah.
Lunar did
that was
not
a
have
low
a chain
thing.
backing
Oh,
up
no.
that attack. Otherwise, it was going to be good for Rocket. But 6 has a chance to attain some glory still. Gonna keep this chain going because Lorelei has too much to work with. This can be a low right. Just gotta watch the purples on the right.
Not
They are
gonna,
going to match.
because Lorelei's pulling from the left. Which is not how this AI works. It's supposed to concentrate and lower the garbage block.
Now, how long does it take for these foes to realize their lowest garbage block?
Are you ready?
Yeah, 6 reset as soon as Lorelei went up to 2nd tier.
Okay.
It was a bit interesting, but I can see the rationale for not letting that play out. This looks to be a much more solid
I'm gonna take you down.
open. As soon as Lorelei will do something, maybe?
Well,
Can't win 'em all.
No, the red's gonna fall in.
red's gonna fall
Oh, just
in.
just happened to clear the wrong thing. Definitely seen foes clear a different set in situations like that. Would have led to their demise. Now we are hitting walls once again. Lorelei giving 6 troubles because, as our very own I Like Being Smart likes to say, it's always waifu. And
yeah, it always seems
Lunar
like
is dealing with a Team Rocket that has a low right, low left side. That will be enough.
okay. Whoa. Yeah, thankfully for Lunar, being one line short did not hurt him there. He's moving on to Giovanni. Still down a couple.
Okay, 6 makes this chain X10. Could be a low right here.
Can't win 'em all.
Not with those blues in the way.
Can't win 'em all.
There are some color conflicts that Lorelei's gonna have trouble dealing with. Let this play out, and as soon as the main block gets hit, usually that's a good point to trigger a reset. Yellows are gonna fall in here, and blues to make a match.
Win 'em all.
Okay, so when does 6's Lorelei end?
Can't win 'em all.
For that token, when does Lunar's Giovanni end?
Are you ready?
It's hard to say. Okay, 6 is gonna have to find a second 4 combo in this chain.
Okay. Does. Can continue on.
Oh, that was low enough. Lorelei was low enough there.
Can't win 'em all. I'm gonna
You know, the
Ooh.
4 combo came in so...
Oh. That looked kind of promising for a 6. Lorelei cleared a lot there. Oh, he needs to drop this.
And that
Yes,
falls
sir.
in place for 6 to re-extend this lead to 3 stages. And Lunar is just gonna struggle a little bit with this Giovanni, but this might prove to be a problem for him. Lining out the combos from transformed garbage. It leads to foes like Giovanni and Team Rocket, and just basically just about everyone from Sabrina to Giovanni have problems, and Bruno is having quite a few problems here. So 6 will have 2 more stages to play out before this match can be done. And That was a bit close, but Lunar will decide to reset that stage. So now
Yeah.
how will 6's chain discipline play out? It's gonna keep this chain going.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoying the creativity from 6 in seeing the chains he needs to make happen. Gonna go mystery chains! Forky strats! Is that enough? I might
Oh,
be!
that's a low left.
Oh, there it
Low left. That
is!
will work.
Shout outs to Forky strats! So, sometimes you have to go that big to make the timing work. And here we go. Here we go. A 5-stage lead heading into the final stage. I think this is the biggest lead we've seen in any match in any race to this point. Can 6 close the deal?
Yeah, he's in great position.
Mewtwo was not helping at first. That's a low right.
Low right. Is that low enough? That should be
Yes,
low enough.
sir.
Free Mewtwo.
And there we go. 6 is a champion. Well, well, well. With a 32-49, that will be enough for Pokeball number 3 and the win. Well, well, well. What a very solid, steady performance. Like, again, high 20s, low 30s is what I was initially saying about 6's times, and that's where all of his winning times fell. What a
Yeah.
performance.
Yep, GG6. And yeah, unfortunately for Lunar, just the mid to late game struggles just really let him down here. So, with this game, the first half really had something to say as well.
There were definitely some struggles early on with these runs as the match went through, but in terms of being steady with with making the proper chains and making the proper combos, 6 was almost always on point with keeping the chains alive and knowing how big the combos needed to be. So well done for our 5 seed. And we will go ahead and let Lunar play this one out as long as he wants to, because like, what else are we doing today? This is the only thing. There's only one more match left for this tournament. So Lunar, you can play this out as long as it needs to go.
Well, meanwhile, I got steak for dinner, some potato salad, so might munch on that for a little bit.
Oh yes, hope everyone in the States had a very hearty Thanksgiving. Probably a bunch of people I know probably have some leftovers still to gnaw on. I know I have some leftovers as well that can still last me for days. Okay. Alright, Giovanni. Can you end sometime soon, please? There it is. LunarChimera finally gets through Giovanni. 340. Phew. Yeah, you can see how S-Hard likes to play. You definitely see the perils of playing S-Hard here. There's a reason we have effectively reserved this for only the top rounds.
Don't give up.
Because it can be so hard to be consistent.
Don't give up.
We have a question in chat about the mercy roll. We're not gonna bother with mercy killing at this point. There's nothing left to do for today after this, so let's let Lunar entertain us for a few minutes more. Except, okay, Lunar's had enough. All right, Lunar, understood. It was a valiant effort from our 11 seed. But it was not meant to be on this day. Here we are. 6. Our PPL 2022 Redemption Champion. Getting the party hat on and the party is over. And 6 can now rest, knowing that he will be the life of this party, as he has survived long enough to win. Well done. Well done all around. 6 kind of... I think 6 might have had the easiest path to this point, but 6 knew what he was in for. 6 was definitely prepared for this moment. And now he has a piece of the prize pool to be had, and I am going to take this moment to go into his Discord pile, his Discord profile. I'm going to add a little trophy case, and then I'm going to add the title PPL 2022 Redemption Champion. So anyone that is in our League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord can go to 6's profile right this moment and see the PPL 2022 Redemption Champion trophy. Well earned.
Yes.
Well earned from 6, and well played from LunarChimera to get to this point, giving quite the valiant effort to push 6 this far. But now, that will do it for this tournament. You can see how it has fully played out. Here, 6 with the 3-1 takes it all home. And let's just look at all the 3-1s and 3-2s. Look how close this tournament was. Like, there's so many good matches in this to watch back over the 4 broadcasts of this tournament that we had. This wow. There's hardly anything left to say about this tournament, but FFR, you look back at these results, what goes through your mind?
Well, I mean, you know, hopefully they enjoyed their, for as long as they had it going there, and yeah, just as hard was being brutal just in that last match there at the end. You know, they started off great, but you know, S hard just eventually did S hard things. So you know, GG's from all the players in Redemption. But once again, congratulations to 6 taking down the prize of the Baconator meal.
And to think, we still have one more S-Hard match to go. We have our grand finals still to be played. It's going to be Yoshi in the winner's bracket. Foxy Man from the loser's bracket. They will compete for one more best of 5 set. And if Foxy Man wins that set, then we will have a best of 1 to decide it all. So the tournament is about to reach its conclusion, and it will reach its conclusion tomorrow. Like FFR, how has it been to play in this tournament, to experience what this tournament has become?
Yeah, the competition has just been up so much this year, and can't wait till next year where we're gonna have even more great players coming to compete. It's gonna make for just much more exciting tournaments in the future.
We are definitely poised to have plenty more exciting tournaments, more exciting moments to be had going forward, and we hope you guys tune in for the last of the exciting moments to be had still in this tournament. So yeah, I dare say that is going to do it for this redemption bracket. Congratulations once again to 6 on a job well done, earning that title, earning that Baconator money, or whatever else you decide to do with that money. It's your money, 6. You've earned it. You definitely earned it in this tournament. And thank you to all who have decided to tune in for this side tournament. These are always fun to have. It's always a party, and we're just glad everyone's along for the ride. For FFR Pro 21 and everyone else at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, this has been Cards of the Heart. Until next time, everyone, happy puzzling.
Later.